How to turn jealousy into fuel for growth. Tony Robbins. Jealousy is a signal, not a sentence. Every human being has felt it. That knot in the stomach. That flash of resentment. That moment when someone else's success makes you feel smaller. Jealousy. We hate it, we hide it, and we shame ourselves for feeling it. But what if that emotional spike wasn't a weakness, but a powerful signal? What if, instead of being ashamed, we leaned into it and transformed it into a driving force? Tony Robbins teaches that emotions are messages. They're not obstacles to be ignored, but calls to action that, when interpreted correctly, become the very keys to our next level. Jealousy is no exception. In fact, jealousy may be the most underrated compass in our emotional arsenal. It points directly to what we want most and reveals what we believe we can't have. But here's the truth. You can have it. You just have to learn how to turn the fire of jealousy into the fuel of transformation. The roots of jealousy. What it really means. Jealousy is often misunderstood. Most people confuse it with envy or spite. But in its purest form, jealousy simply reveals desire mixed with self-doubt. It's the emotional conflict between what your heart longs for and what your mind believes is impossible for you. When someone else reaches a level of success you desire, whether it's more income, greater freedom, a thriving business, or a powerful relationship, and you feel a pang of discomfort, that's not evil. That's not weakness. That's your soul waking up to something it deeply craves. Tony Robbins reminds us that emotions only hurt when we resist them. When we suppress jealousy, it festers. When we let it rule us, it poisons. But when we listen to it, understand it, and use it as a guide, it transforms us. So if you're feeling jealous, congratulations. That means there's something powerful inside you that's ready to be born. The hidden problem behind jealousy: comparison and limiting beliefs. Why does jealousy sting so much? Because underneath it lies one of the most toxic habits of the modern world: comparison. Social media, highlight reels, filters, and curated success stories have created a culture of endless measurement. Every scroll is a silent whisper. They're better than you. They're ahead. You're behind. But comparison is a thief. It robs you of peace, progress, and perspective. And worse, it feeds your limiting beliefs. Tony Robbins often says, the only thing keeping you from getting what you want is the story you keep telling yourself about why you can't have it. Jealousy thrives in that story. It whispers, you're not good enough. You don't have what it takes. You're too late. That life is for others, not for you. These beliefs are lies, but when left unchecked, they become your reality. The real problem isn't that someone else is doing better. The problem is that you've bought into a narrative that says their success excludes yours, that their victory is somehow your loss. That mindset keeps entrepreneurs stuck, investors paralyzed, and business owners operating in fear instead of vision. To grow, you must shatter the story. You must redefine jealousy not as proof of your inadequacy, but as evidence of your untapped potential. The power of ownership, turning jealousy into clarity. Growth begins the moment you take ownership. When jealousy arises, don't shame it, study it. Ask yourself powerful questions. What exactly about this person or situation triggers me? What do they have that I deeply desire? Why do I believe I can't have the same or better? What must I change in myself to make this possible? This process transforms jealousy into clarity. Suddenly, that uncomfortable feeling becomes a mirror. It shows you what you really want. Not what society told you to chase. Not what others expect of you. But what you and your truest self are hungry for. Tony Robbins teaches that success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. And most people spend years climbing ladders that were never theirs to climb. Jealousy can be the wake-up call that redirects your path toward your authentic vision. So don't run from it. Thank it. It's trying to show you something. Harnessing jealousy as emotional energy. Emotion is energy in motion. And jealousy, when unlocked, is one of the most powerful sources of that energy. Think of it like fire. Out of control, it destroys. But when contained and directed, it heats, fuels, and drives massive change. Here's how to turn jealousy into action. 1. Identify the trigger. Be honest. What specific person or achievement made you feel the emotion? Write it down. 2. Extract the desire. Underneath every jealousy is a longing. Do you want more freedom? More recognition? A bigger impact? A deeper relationship? Name it. 3. Challenge the belief. What belief is standing in your way? I'm too old. I don't have enough capital. I'm not smart enough. Now destroy it. Replace it with truth. 4. Create a plan. Don't just wish. Decide. Build a strategy. Set goals. Study the person who triggered you. What did they do differently? What did they commit to that you've avoided? 5. Fuel with action. Now move. Jealousy without action becomes self-pity. But jealousy turned into strategy becomes success. This isn't about copying others. It's about using the spark of emotion to design your own breakthrough, from comparison to collaboration. One of the most powerful mindset shifts you can make is from comparison to collaboration. Instead of saying, why them and not me, say, if them, then me too. Tony Robbins reminds us that success leaves clues. Those who are thriving in your industry, those who seem ahead aren't threats. They're teachers, mentors, models. Every time jealousy arises, see it as a sign that you've just discovered someone who can accelerate your growth. Instead of resenting them, follow them, study them, learn from them, model them, reach out if you can, collaborate, get in their rooms, invest in their programs, get close to that energy. When you approach success as something inclusive, not exclusive, your entire world opens up. There's room for you. Always has been. You just have to claim it. Breaking the scarcity cycle. Jealousy often operates from a scarcity mindset, the belief that there's only so much to go around, that someone else's win is your loss. But in business, in investing, in life, that's a myth. Success is not a pie with limited slices. It's a bakery. You can always bake more. When you realize that, jealousy loses its power. You stop looking at others as competition and start seeing them as confirmation, proof that what you desire is possible. Tony Robbins encourages us to shift from scarcity to abundance. And that shift starts in how you respond to jealousy. Do you contract or expand? Do you criticize or create? Do you complain or construct? Choose to build. Choose to rise. Transformational questions to shift your mindset. Here are 7 questions Tony Robbins might challenge you to ask when jealousy hits. 1. What does this emotion reveal about what I truly value? 2. What belief do I need to let go of to believe this is possible for me? 3. What's one bold action I can take today to get closer to this desire? 4. Who can I learn from or partner with who already has what I want? 5. What would my highest self do in this situation? 6. How would I act if I knew success was inevitable? 7. How can I turn this into fuel instead of frustration? Answer these questions honestly. Write them down. Let them guide your decisions. They're not just mental exercises, they're doorways to your next level. Real stories, real shifts. Every successful entrepreneur has faced jealousy. The difference is how they used it. One business owner saw a competitor land a major contract she'd been chasing. Instead of sulking, she studied the competitor's pitch, improved her offer, and landed 3 clients in the next month. An investor watched a friend double their returns in a sector he'd dismissed. Instead of staying bitter, he humbled himself, asked for guidance, and built a new portfolio strategy that outperformed his past efforts. A young creator envied the audience of a top YouTuber, but instead of mimicking or mocking, he asked, what makes them magnetic? He learned storytelling, improved his content, and 10x'd his views. Jealousy used well leads to growth. Always embrace the emotion, then exceed it. You're not wrong for feeling jealous. You're human, but you're also capable. You have within you the power to turn any emotion into fuel, to alchemize discomfort into clarity, to let others' success light your fire, not extinguish your spirit. Tony Robbins says it best. Where focus goes, energy flows. Don't focus on what you lack. Focus on what you can build. Don't shrink from the emotion, channel it. Let jealousy be your teacher, your mirror, your compass. Then outgrow it. Because the version of you who has what you envy, they're already inside you waiting. Conclusion. Rewrite the story. The truth is, jealousy isn't the enemy. It's an invitation to reflect, to realign, to rise. Every time it shows up, it's life showing you a glimpse of what could be yours if only you decide to go get it. If you dare to become more, if you stop hiding and start creating. You were not born to live in someone else's shadow. You were born to shine in your own light. Let jealousy be the reminder of how bright that light could be, and let action be the match that lights the flame. If this message moved you, do something with it. Comment below with the biggest insight you got from this. Like it, if it gave you clarity. Subscribe if you're ready to stop reacting and start building your next level. And share it with someone who needs to hear this. Let's stop fearing jealousy and start using it. Your future is waiting. Go get it.